Delta was my first aviation experience. I was happy, I was proud, but when I got there, unfortunately, I was bullied by one of my teachers and found the in-flight team unsupportive of me, and the students bullied me, and nothing stopped it. So after being isolated, I actually tried my best. I don't learn very fast, but I learn well, and I wasn't able to pass my test last week before graduation. I missed 2 questions. I got a 90%, and that was it. And then, unfortunately, I couldn't take care of my dog. A friend adopted him, and then she said she couldn't take care of him, so she sold him. I was doing real estate before, doing quite well. I was exceeding all my goals, but the market slowed down, and I didn't have leads. But before then, I leased this nice little car. Thank God later on I found out, but I went to PSA. It was also a terrible bullying experience with the teachers and students. My hair was growing though. And then I went to Avilo. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's in Miami. This little bunny followed us around. But when that didn't work out, I had to live in my car. I lost my nice apartment in Midtown Atlanta, and I lived in my car. This is me trying to stay cool in the midsummer of Atlanta. And it was a time, there were some nights where I found there was a robbery outside my car door, and I had to run and start the car and avoid being robbed. It was quite a scary experience, but also very freeing. No roommates that would bring in feather pillows that I'm allergic to. No roommates that would bash me and, get me kicked out of training. No one bullying me. It was kind of freeing at that time, but I was scared because honestly didn't know my next move. But thank God I had a security guard, my friend, who helped me. We have the same birthday. I would take a shower at the gym and just try to, keep a routine. I really tried to raise money. A lot of Facebook friends and some family support really helped me through donations, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and we're able to keep my gym membership and try to, have some normalcy in my life. But I have to say it wasn't easy. I just did what I could to survive, try to keep positive, brush my teeth in the car. I still tried to pray every day and do my positive affirmations. You'll see my green little notes there of my affirmations. I got a job at another real estate agency and I sold houses. That's my signs in the car and my suitcases. But all of a sudden, my feet started to swell up. I went to the food bank to try to get food and support. I did my hair at the gym, and I got an interview for a face-to-face to go to another airline, a major airline, and this is me on that day getting ready for my face-to-face. And I was smiling going to the airport, just took a shower at the gym, did my hair on my way to the face-to-face, and finally I got my CJO from a major airline. But training didn't start for another 4 months, so I went to train with a major cruise line for a week. It was very difficult, but I passed successfully. We did firefighting, we did jumping in the pool. It was very strenuous. We had to do tests, and they gave us a free bed and free food for the week, and they gave us payment for the week, so I went ahead and went. But they didn't need us for another 5 months. So I just tried to go back to my car. I went on dates, just tried to focus on real estate, and my feet were still swelling up. I didn't know why, and they just kept swelling up. I asked the doctors why. They didn't know what was going on. Swelling in the library. People would give me money, sometimes in water, and then I didn't feel good. I went to the hospital and I almost died. Unfortunately, I was happy to have hot food. I had what's called a pulmonary embolism, where you have a blood clot that goes up to your lungs through your legs. My feet started to go down. Ironically, I saw this documentary in the hospital with PBS with the first Black flight attendant in 1960. Before then, the airlines would not hire Black flight attendants. So I felt like this was someone watching over me saying, "Keep going, girl. You can do it. Let's get this blood clot out. Let's get you healthy. Let's get you to training." And then a week after I had the pulmonary embolism, saddle pulmonary embolism, unprovoked. I just think it was because I was living in my car and never put my feet up. So always wear compression socks, always stay hydrated. That's a big cause of a pulmonary embolism. If you're not hydrated, if you're not circulating your blood, if your feet aren't up, just be careful. So this gave me a little bit of inspiration to see this in the hospital. Like, I'm on my way. Like, I can do this. Actually, I was trying to do real estate. It was going slow. So I was just doing what I could. And then after I got out of the hospital, I never stayed in my car again. I promised myself. So this is all my stuff into the hotel. Just trying to stay in the hotel before I went to training, getting ready for training to go. I love it. And, this is me. I finally arrived at training. I did have an easier time there, but it wasn't without, some disappointment. I'll get into that maybe in another video, but I did my training again, CPR. By this point, I knew a lot. I knew what to expect. I felt more calm. I had a great class for the most part. I got my luggage finally. Got my luggage. I was so happy. A week after I got out of the hospital, I was there. And I just tried to focus and study, and I had the support of my class. And then, finally, I got to graduation. It was not easy, even though I had done it a few times before. It was still not easy. I still dealt with some of the same people around me who were insecure. But I wore my compression socks. I picked my base of Denver. I drove down there in my little car, put all my stuff there. This is me driving to Denver from Atlanta. I took days off. I stayed in a hotel just so I can move around and not be in the car and sitting all that time. And I had a great trip down there, but it was emotional. This is me saying you can do cruise control so you can give your legs a break, get that blood flowing. Stayed in a hotel. This is me just putting my luggage in the elevator and then running down the stairs to get that blood flowing. Let's run, catch the elevator, run. And me just trying to change my life, try to get out of my situation. So got my suitcases eventually. Okay, there's my suitcases. And I was feeling very emotional, still missing my dog. I don't know what happened to my dog. My friend sold him and said, don't worry about your dog. You're never going to see him again. And I just was with my dog for 12 years, ever since he was 7 weeks old. It was me and him going to France, going to Charlotte, going to Denver, going to Atlanta. He was always with me every single day. And the fact that he's gone and I cannot find him just tears me apart. But there's no way with this job, even though I love this job, that I can have a dog because I'm renting rooms. I'm living with weird people. But I have to do what I have to do to not live in my car. And then finally I made it to Denver International Airport. I'm on my flights. Things are getting better. I'm still having a lot of difficulty with roommate situations, but this gave me a sign: determination, courage, bravery. That's what you need to survive. After living in France in high school, my last year, now I'm back in France just visiting, going on vacation finally. It's me in Paris. I lived in Paris for 2 years of my life, different years, and it's my happy place. I love to go back there. I've gotten a lot of 12-month visas, long stay visas, and I love it. I got to go there. And this is me luxuriating again in Paris and just having a great time, knowing that I've overcome so much, but I'm still trying, and I never gave up. And it was a lesson for me to learn, and also to deal with bullying, to deal with how to deal with hard situations. And this is me, I think, in San Juan. I'm not sure where it is, but it's beautiful. I do remember going there. I think it's Puerto Rico. And it's so beautiful. I wish I could have stayed longer. This is a complete change this is Savannah. Complete change from last year, living in my car, failing and having a lot of people be disappointed in me. But honestly, I feel like my airline now is where I'm supposed to be. Still have my car. And this is when I went to Miami on a long layover. It was beautiful. But as I was saying, this is me in Fort Lauderdale. This is me. I won top flight attendant based on customer feedback, and they took us to the World Cup in Charlotte. It was such a great time. I loved it. I would say the flight attendants now don't bully me so much, and it's different on the other side because people don't feel like they're fighting for the job. And I love it. I love meeting people. I love the customers. I love the travel. This is me in Sacramento. Had a great layover. And this is me in Honolulu. I love Honolulu. This is me in Vancouver. I love Canada. And this is me in Whitefish, Montana. Never thought I'd be there. I absolutely love Whitefish. Just such a classy place. This is me in Whitefish, Montana. Such a nice layover as well. Like, I just feel like I've gotten the layover lottery. I've just had so many great experiences, and I didn't let people get me down. So you can do this too.